Hello, how you guys doing? This is Jada Coach, the Love Nurturer. Welcome. This is story time. So I'm going to be doing story time once a week, and I want you to see yourself in the story. Maybe it's not you, but maybe it's somebody you know. So I'm going to tell a big fat juicy story today, and it's dear to my heart with somebody I know. And so I'll change the names if I have to say a name, but I might just say this lady. so so I don't have to keep thinking of the name I'm saying. So this is my very first story time. Okay. I'm excited to tell the story. So is this you? Are you, now you want to ask yourself this, are you overlooking a good man? Yes. Are you ignoring him? Ladies, we got to be careful putting people into the brother category. He's just Joseph. He's just David. you know, we have to ask God about everybody. Okay? So here it goes. Is this you? Can you see yourself in this story or somebody you know? Okay, there was this lady, we'll call her Angela. Okay. So Angela is telling me this story. She is a supervisor of mine, and at the time, and she worked at a law firm. She is telling me this story because actually at the time when she was telling me I was single, so I was asking her how did her and her husband meet, and this story is so beautiful and juicy. So this is what happened. She's dating this guy. They've been dating for over, I think, about right at 10 years. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, you don't know. I was like, why hadn't y'all got married? Why y'all didn't get married in those 10 years? And she was like, girl, I don't know. We actually, nothing was wrong with our relationship to the point where we actually enjoyed each other. So it was just, she wanted more. So they pretty much enjoyed each other's company, but she just wanted more. So Angela um, is getting frustrated at this point after 10 years of dating this guy. And she's like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. So she's having inner turmoil and she's discussing it with her friend. And as she's discussing this with her friend, she's having all these mixed emotions, even to herself in her silence. And she's like, when am I going to get married? And she has no idea when she's going to get married because this dude is dragging his feet. But the fact that he doesn't want to get married is bothering her because they have discussed it. But if you don't know in 10 years, when are you going to know? Let's just put it this way. Apparently, this dude ain't trying to know at all. So, in 10 years of them dating, he don't want to talk about it. He ain't want to be about it. So she's like, "Oh, you know what? I want to break up with him, but at least I know what to expect." You ever been there? At least I know what to expect. I think we all have. But this guy, he stands out like a sore thumb as a person that don't want to be bothered, does not want to be in a relationship other than a situationship. He does not want to be on paper. Let's put it that way. So she's dealing with this guy and dealing with this guy, and she's been in it so long, 10 years, she doesn't know how to break up with him. She doesn't know, you know, if she can get somebody else because she's been with him so long because now she's gotten a little older. But she's gorgeous. She's a beautiful lady. She's nothing wrong with her, but in her mind, like, can I find love with this lady in the game? And I'm like, listen to the story. I'm like, I know she didn't think that, but hey, I'm listening. So this is what happened. So she decides they do a trip every year, every summer. They go on some kind of vacation for like 5 to 7 days, different islands, cities, stuff like that. So they had the normal trip plan, and he packed his bags. She packed her bags, and she had taken off. He'd taken off. So they were ready to do their trip, but it's like as it got closer, they got everything booked and paid. As it got closer, I think like the day before or 2 days before, somewhere around there, she decides, I can't do this. I can't do this. She has a come to Jesus moment. This 10 years I can't get back. And this dude is trying to swing it for some more. If I don't cut it off now, it ain't going, I'm just in this dead rut until I go and leave this earth. I got to get rid of this dude. So she said, God, she has a conversation with God why the guy, they live together, why the guy is not, you know, at home. So she tells God, God, you have to help me. You have to help me break up with this guy. I can't get my time back. And I don't want to give no more away. I know you got something for me. I know I ain't been doing it right. I ain't been living by the book. But I know that you love me and you don't judge me. I'm sorry. So she says something to the fact, Lord, if you could fix it up and clean me up from here and do what only you can do, I want my husband. Just a simple prayer. I was like, ooh, this is so juicy. I look when if anybody know me, I'm just a, I don't want to say sucker. I'm for it. Instead of the tea, I'm for a love story. Give me the love story. I don't know what you would call it. Give me the rose. I'm just gonna say, give me the rose. Instead of, girl, I got some tea for you. I got the rose. You know, this is something so juicy, or I got the heart, whatever. So she's telling me she has this moment. She talks to God. And at the time, she was working at a prison. And while she was working at this prison, this is guy, he was just, hey, how you doing, Angela? Hey, ooh, hi. You know, hey, how you doing, Angela? Hey, hi. Hey, how you doing, Angela? And she says, God, I want my husband. Lord, I want my husband. And so she tells this guy, private number, whatever. I don't do private numbers. And she tells this guy, we need to talk. And he's like, hey, you ready to go? Let's get ready. We're going on our trip. We gotta, you know, check in and all this stuff. And she was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then the guy's like, well, why not? And she's like, I can't do this with you anymore. I want more. I want marriage. And you can't give that to me. And like, I mean, are we okay? I'm just improvising. Are we okay? We good, ain't we? Like, we ain't gotta fix nothing that ain't broke. Hey, it's okay for you, but it's broken for me because I need more. I need more, and you can't give it to me. You don't want to give it to me, and I ain't trying to make you give it to me. So, in so many words, she broke up with him, and they eventually separated and got their own place. So now I think she stayed in a place, if I'm not incorrect. She stayed in the place. So now she's on the floor. I think she's in her closet. And she's like, oh, boo, 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 ooh. And you know, you miss all the fun things you used to do with that guy that just never would give you that commitment. And you miss the jokes and all that. So she's having those moments. And she's just having down. She's just like in the days. And she was like, God, you got to help me. You got to help me because that's all I knew. And so she's like, I know it's going to be all right. So she's at work, but she's like there some days and some days she's not. She's having her memory moments, you know, like we drift off and stuff. And so the guy like, hey, Angela, how you doing? I'm all right, you know, I'm all right. Like, dude, just leave me alone because I don't want to talk. So the man's like, hey, Angela, hey, Angela. It's like, you know, he's a nice guy, but like, I'm not up for the conversation. And you know, he's always been I have nothing against him. He's already a cool dude. You know, he's always been that way. So she decided one day in her crying, she's sitting on the floor. She says, God, please send me my husband. I know I messed up, but I know you could do anything. Please send me my husband. Please, God. And if I already know him, just open up my eyes so I can see him because I don't want to miss him. Please don't let me judge him or anything. Just if I know him, open up my eyes. And she just said in Jesus' name, amen. She's a Christian. Well, she said the next day, the very next day, and she's like, Jay, if you know anybody who work at a prison, it's like you can't get on the elevator with the officers and the prisoners. They have a separate elevator from the staff, and she was a staff. She worked in, I think, administrative office. And so she's like on the elevator, having her moment, just like, how you just go days and days, and you're just like, hey, I'm I'm coming from lunch, and I'm just can't wait till home time. So she's having that moment, and the elevator stops on the floor before it gets to her floor. And the elevator opens up. It's, oh boy, to say his name is Jonathan. So Jonathan is standing there with the prisoner, and he's like, I guess the civilian elevator is, I think she said, wasn't working or something, and so it popped open, and they were just waiting. You have to wait until it's clear for the officer and the person that's locked up. So they're all using the same elevator now. So they just, if he was by himself, he could have got on there, but because he had the prisoner, he couldn't. So she was like, he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. How you doing, Angela? Excuse me, I got a burp. Excuse me. How you doing, Angela? I catch the next elevator. And she's like, okay, no problem. Do it. She closes the door, and it closes. As soon as the door closed, she said, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. God, I just seen him for the first time. Oh my God, y'all. I could have just like had some tissue out. I just seen him for the first time. I never, he spoke to me 1,000 times. I've never seen him, but I see him. She looks up in the elevator to God. God, I see him for the first time. What's his name? Jonathan. Jonathan, he's my husband. Oh my God. Now, she never had no romantic feelings for Jonathan because she's with old boo thing for 10 years. So she can't see nobody but him. Even relationship, you focused on what you got already. You may see somebody that's attractive and you just be like, whatever. He good looking, but I got this one right over here. Even though it ain't going nowhere, I still want to be committed and faithful, whatever. So as long as you're doing it to me, and you know how you had those feelings. Well, this guy, she's realized, she go to her desk and she's in a daze. I'll be there. Like all this time, I did not know it was Jonathan. Jonathan is my husband. Now she ain't had nothing more than hat and back. So you have to pay attention to the signs. Next thing she know, I think later on, this is how quick, is it later on that day or the next day? He comes to the office, and she was like, should I go and like go to the break room at the same time he's going, to try to talk to him. And so just like, so we can start connecting, because this is crazy. I never seen him before, but God said, like, my heart is safe with him. And she was like, how do I do this, God? Like, how to do it? And it's like, you don't have to do anything when God is in it. You don't have to chase after no man. We think we do. Like, hey, he got to see me, see me. Hey, look at me. I'm standing tall. I look good. I put my best outfit for you. You don't do any of that. You actually can have a bad hair day and run to your husband. He can see your beauty right through it. So don't let that say, oh, I didn't do my hair, I can't go out. You know, no, you ain't got that bonnet on your head. Please don't have the bonnet. The Bonnet Chronicles. Please, that's not a good look. They have hats. They got hats now. Use the hat. The bonnet is not the new hat. Come out presentable. You might not have all your strands in place. You may not have on makeup, but he can see you. He can see your heart and let it shine through. So the guy comes up to her and he's like, hey, Angela. And she's like, hi. Well, this is not just, oh, hi, Jonathan, this time. It's, oh, hi. And then so he's like, okay, how you doing? And he's like, good. It's like, listen, I'm sorry. I almost got on the elevator with you. Yeah, I think it was like the next day with the prisoner, but I just came to say hi, see how you doing. She's like, oh, I'm doing good. She really wants a conversation with him now. She doesn't know how to do this. She just got through asking God, how do I break the ice? How do I? Because I always just fan him off. And so he says, listen, I have something I want to ask you. And she's like, okay. And then he was like, what time you go to lunch? And she was like, oh, I'm going to lunch for whatever. So it's like the next day. And he's like, well, let's meet for lunch. And she's like, okay, that sounds good. So she's like, oh my God, this is crazy. He tells her when she sees him for lunch the next day, he tells her, you're my wife. And I didn't know how to tell you. And I'm here to pursue you. I know you dated somebody else. I know you dated somebody else, but you are my wife. And God told me, just don't say nothing to you. But I feel like He's telling me I can say something to you now. Just when she got obedient, just when she decided to be obedient and break up with what wasn't working, the new one came. Sometimes you may have to wait a year or two. You may set yourself back. But then sometimes God can just like, your heart was pure. I got you. I got you. I knew you was going to mess up in the first place. I got you. And He gave her husband, boom, right away. She couldn't believe it when He told her, you are my wife. And I'm here to pursue you. And no matter what it takes, no matter what it takes, I'm here to pursue you. And she said, I know. I know. I never saw you before, but I know. I just prayed and God showed you me. And he was like, wow. I knew God told me like I felt a release that I can share it with you. I don't know why now. It's because she had that come to Jesus moment. And because she obeyed, like I can't do this no more. The tugging in her heart, this doesn't work. This doesn't serve me anymore. She paid attention to the promptings. No one had to prophesy to her. This don't work. I ain't got this time for you no more. You're draining me with your false promises, and you have not come to me correctly. So she found love and skipped through all that, not to make it a long story time. This guy, she said, let me tell you something. The guy I was dating, I couldn't get him to do hardly anything that he needed to be doing for me. And this guy, he came in, he loved me and my children. He loved me and my children as though I had them for him. He takes care of me. She said, girl, I don't have to work if I don't want to. I only work because I love to work. I don't have to work if I not everybody's story now. This is her story. She said, I don't have to work if I don't want to. She said he details the cars, he gets the cars cleaned and fixed. I don't have to do nothing. He puts gas in the car. He does everything for me without me asking him. He cooks for the whole house. I don't even have to cook no more. So I don't know what she asked God for. I forgot to ask her. But apparently these are desires that she had. And guess what? God delivered. God delivered exactly what she prayed for. And I'm sure He put some extra on the top, a little sprinkle, some little sugar, and He gave her what she wanted. And I'm so happy for her. And she said, this has been, I think they've been married like at that time when she was telling me about 10 years. And she said, I can't stop looking at him. I'm so in love with him. And I'll be kicking myself. Why did it take me so long to see him? Because she was all caught up in the fog, the smoke. The smoke was real. That guy had a smoke signal all around her. She couldn't see the forest for the trees. That guy was a bad tree, a weed tree, blocking her from her destiny, blocking her from her husband. But her, because she paid attention to the gnawing, the tugging at her heart, she followed her heart. She cut off the injustice. She said, I deserve more. She got more. So, what are you saying to yourself? Do you know that you deserve more? Are you willing to give up the thing that doesn't work to get what does work? Are you willing to say goodbye to the person you know don't have your best interests at heart so that God can give you what He has? I only talk to those who believe in God, Christian faith. If you want to listen to me and you don't believe in God, welcome. But my principles come from the Bible, from what God teaches us, how we should move. So if you don't like God talk, I'm not the channel for you. But if you do, I welcome you. This is story time. Can you see yourself in this story? Or do you know someone who's experienced something like this. Don't let nobody drain your time. We only get one life. Take your time back. Know your worth. And wait on God. Because you can't beat God's giving. That lady is still being loved to this day, as I know of. And she said, I can't stop praising God for how He showed me mercy and brought me somebody just for me and my children. And He always checking on me, always protecting me, always caring for me. He cooks, He cleans. He loves me. There's somebody out there for you. Just what you need. And it'll be what you want to. Wait on God. This is story time. Is this you? Or is it somebody else? I want you to think about it. Make a change. Be different. And accept the best and nothing less. It's a girl, God's Girl TV. I'm sorry. I have 2 channels. This is Jada Coach. I'm here for you. They call me the love nurturer. I'm going to help that love be nurtured in you and nurture your relationships the way that they need to be nurtured. God loves you, and so do I. Be blessed. You don't have to say nothing negative about anything, but I know this is social media. But I welcome all your comments. If I'm not for you, then keep it pushing. Just don't sow bad seeds. It will come back to you. I'm here to encourage and uplift women. That's all I'm here for. I don't bash men. I'm just telling a story. And most of my stories are real stories. And others, it's just stuff I heard about in the back. Have a wonderful day. I'm Jada Coach. Signing off. Bye. Love you guys much. Thank you for stopping by.